Hello viewers, welcome to Big Man Business YouTube channel. Today, we're going to look into why you should invest in Canada. Before we proceed, if you're new to the Big Man Business YouTube channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive updates on new business expert videos. For more international business news and updates, please visit www.bigmanbusiness.com. Here are more important information why you should invest in a country like Canada. First, Canada is a North American country. Its 10 provinces and 3 territories stretch from the Atlantic to the Pacific and northward into the Arctic Ocean, encompassing a total area of 9.98 million square kilometers, 3.85 million square miles, making it the world's second largest country by total area. Its southern and western border with the United States is the world's longest binational land border, reaching 8,891 kilometers, 5,525 miles. Ottawa is the country's capital, and Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver are 3 major cities. For thousands of years, Indigenous peoples have lived in what is now Canada. British and French expeditions began exploring and settling along the Atlantic coast in the 16th century. In 1763, France ceded practically all of its colonies in North America as a result of several armed battles. Canada was established as a federal dominion comprising 4 provinces in 1867, following the confederation of 3 British North American colonies. This marked the start of the accretion of provinces and territories, as well as a gradual increase in autonomy from the United Kingdom. The Statute of Westminster of 1931 emphasized this growing autonomy, which culminated in the Canada Act of 1982, which ended the last vestiges of legal dependency on the United Kingdom's Parliament. The Prime Minister is appointed by the Governor-General, who represents the monarch, who serves as head of state, and occupies office by virtue of their capacity to command the confidence of the elected House of Commons. At the federal level, the country is officially multilingual and is a Commonwealth realm. Canada is a highly developed country with the 17th highest nominal per capita income in the world and the 16th highest Human Development Index score. Its advanced economy is the world's 10th largest, owing to its enormous natural resources and well-developed international trade networks. The United Nations, the World Trade Organization, WTO, the Commonwealth of Nations, the Arctic Council, the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum, and the Organization of American States are among the key international and intergovernmental entities or groups that Canada belongs to. Canada is the world's second largest country by total area, including its waterways, behind Russia. Canada, on the other hand, is ranked 4th in terms of land area because it has the world's biggest proportion of freshwater lakes. The country stretches 9,984,670 kilometers, 3,855,100 miles, from the Atlantic Ocean in the east to the Arctic Ocean in the north and the Pacific Ocean in the west. Canada also boasts a huge maritime geography, with a coastline that stretches for 243,042 kilometers, making it the world's longest, 151,019. In addition to sharing the world's longest land border with the United States, an 8,891-kilometer stretch, the 2 countries also share the world's shortest land border, 5,525. Greenland to the northeast and France's overseas collectivity of Saint-Pierre and Miquelon to the southeast share a maritime boundary. Canada is regarded as a complete democracy with a liberal background and a moderate, egalitarian political worldview. The importance of social justice has long been a defining feature of Canada's political culture. The foundational principles of the Canadian government include peace, order, and good administration, as well as an implicit Bill of Rights. When it comes to access to the global market, Canada offers investors privileged market access to 51 countries with approximately 1.5 billion people and a combined GDP of $52 trillion through 14 trade agreements. Infrastructure for transportation, Canada is well positioned to act as a global commerce hub. The aviation transportation system is world-class, and our coastline ports offer direct maritime access to Asia, Europe, and South America. The Great Lakes also make it simple to travel to the United States. Canada infrastructure, when combined with protected trade lanes and gateways, allows for continuous supply chain and company operations. Let's talk about Canada as an investment destination. In terms of foreign investment, Canada is today a very enticing country. The government's taxation structure and immigration regulations have enticed many international investors to not only establish businesses in Canada, but also to relocate here. Many factors must be considered by those who desire to start a business in Canada, including the stable economy and Canada's position as a prominent G20 country. It may also interest you to know Canada's position in the world rankings. Large economies attract foreign investors because they provide many opportunities on the local market, and Canada is one of the world's largest economies. It is also America's neighbor, which will increase cross-border commercial expansion. Simply put, that foreign businesses find Canada to be an attractive investment destination because it has the world's 13th most competitive economy. According to the World Economic Forum, it has the world's 13th most competitive economy. It boasts one of the best educated workforces in the world, with both domestic and international workers. It is the world's 12th most innovative country. It has one of the lowest corporate tax rates among the world's top economies. Some local consultants can help foreign companies set up shop in Canada by providing company registration services. Foreign investment incentives in Canada. A lesser-known fact about Canada is that the government has implemented numerous foreign investment aid programs consisting of various incentives, tax deductions, and refunds. The community initiatives and foreign trade zones marketing programs, for example, are two of the strongest foreign direct investment schemes in Canada. Grants and subsidies are also available for Canadian companies' research and development (R&D) efforts. There are also a number of financial incentives available to foreign investors who set up businesses in the country. With a population of over 33 million people, Canada is the world's second largest country, with half of its investments located within 150 kilometers of the U.S. border. Approximately 72% of Canada's goods are exported to the United States, 7% to Europe, 4% to China, and 2% to Japan. Low interest rates, loan availability, and a healthy, expanding economy are all helping businesses right now. Because to regulation, capitalization, and prudent procedures, Canadian banks have robust balance sheets. Unemployment is slowly decreasing, and inflation is still low. Now we look into why foreign investors need invest in Canada. For the following reasons, foreign investors should consider investing in Canada. Number 1 on this list is Canada business environment is appealing. Strong growth record from 2003 to 2012, Canada lead all G7 countries in economic growth. Foreign investors will have unprecedented access to both NAFTA and the EU if the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement takes effect. Canada has a workforce that is well educated. R&D is in a competitive environment. Low tax rates. The country has the lowest overall marginal tax rate in the G7. Here are policies in place in Canada that help businesses and investors. The Investment Canada Act, ICA, is a federal law that regulates investment in Canada. Foreign investors have always been important in supplying the required money to help Canada realize its economic potential. Non-Canadian investors are subject to the same regulations as Canadian firms. Investors can readily repatriate profits from Canada since it has no exchange control restrictions. Government regulation of foreign investment is minimal, and it usually takes the form of special benefits available only to Canadian-controlled firms, withholding taxes on outbound dividends, certain types of interest and royalties. Limits on foreign ownership, particularly in key sectors of the economy. The ICA's goal is to encourage both Canadians and non-Canadians to make investments that will help the country expand economically and create jobs. It also establishes a review mechanism for substantial non-Canadian investments to guarantee that they benefit Canada. The foreign investor is only needed to notify the government of their investment when starting a new firm except in cultural regions, or buying a small business, with less than $5 million in assets. There is no need for a review. Due to government-imposed deadlines and the limited range of transactions that can be reviewed, the approval process is usually quick and painless. The government has a tendency to approve the majority of the reviewable transactions. Foreign direct investment in Canada. According to the UNCTAD's 2021 World Investment Report, Canada attracted $24 billion in foreign direct investment in 2020, down 50% from $48 billion in 2019. Inflows of foreign direct investment, FDI, fell by 70% in the manufacturing sector and fell by 20% in the mining and quarrying industry, from $20 billion to $10 billion. Multinational corporations from the United States, the country's largest investors, have cut their investments in half. The total amount of FDI has increased to $1,099 billion. In 2020, Canada was the world's 13th largest FDI destination, down 3 points from 2019. The United States and the European Union are Canada's most important investment partners. The US owns half of the stock, followed by the Netherlands and Luxembourg. Other important investing countries in Canada include the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Japan, Hong Kong, Germany, and China. Manufacturing, mining, and hydrocarbons, as well as professional, scientific, and technological operations, banking and insurance, and wholesale and retail commerce, are the key targets of these investments. The USMCA Canada-United States-Mexico Agreement, an updated version of NAFTA, entered into force in July 2020, with the potential to have a significant impact on investment inflows and outflows in Canada. The United States is the country's largest investor, just as the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, CETA, signed with the EU and currently in effect on a provisional basis, as the ratification by the U.S. Senate. At the same time, Canada increased its inspection of certain foreign investments in industries related to public health or involved in the supply of important goods and services under the Investment Canada Act, ICA. Such measures shall apply until the economy recovers from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. The business climate in Canada is extremely favorable. Foreign investors under the Canadian law on foreign investments. A human or legal person who does not have Canadian residence is defined as a foreign investor in both the ICA and the Company Law of Canada. Foreign investors have the same rights and treatment as local entrepreneurs who start businesses in Canada, according to the Act on Foreign Investments. However, there are some limitations on the types of industries in which foreign entrepreneurs and businesses can participate. In a Canadian ownership structure, these constraints usually indicate percentages of participation. Air transportation, telecommunications, television, and financial services are among the businesses that are subject to these regulations. More information on the limits imposed on foreign investors can be obtained from our company registration consultants in Canada. Now let's discuss benefits Canada provide to international investors. Foreign investment legislation in Canada also provides a number of benefits for foreign entrepreneurs and companies, including the ability to open various sorts of structures at the federal or territorial level, as well as the same tax treatment as local investors. Foreign investors have the right to buy Canadian enterprises under the Investment Canada Act. These businesses might be either public or private. The purchase of assets is also possible under Canadian foreign investment legislation. It's worth noting that Canada is one of the few countries that tracks the outcomes of foreign investments. The following are the top 10 reasons to invest in Canada, some of the reasons why foreigners regard Canada to be a very enticing investment destination. According to the World Bank, Canada has one of the world's most stable financial and banking sectors. It has one of the world's youngest and most brilliant workforces, particularly in terms of innovation. Canada is home to 3 of the world's most desirable cities to live in: Toronto, Vancouver, and Calgary. Canada is the last corrupted country on the American continent, and one of the most transparent countries in the world. Canada is the last corrupted country on the American continent, and one of the most transparent countries in the world. Canada has been named the finest country in the world to do business in several times. Canada also features one of the world's most advanced higher education systems. According to Forbes magazine, foreign investors in Canada are better protected. On a worldwide basis, Canada has one of the most powerful economies. After the Middle Eastern countries, Canada boasts one of the world's greatest oil reserves. Dividends paid by Canadian firms are higher than those paid by companies in comparably economically developed countries. That would be all on Part 1 on Canada as an investment destination. Thanks for watching this video. We are open to suggestions. Kindly drop your comments in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe the Big Man Business YouTube channel. See you in the next video.